The defending Super Bowl MVP told CBS Sports, quote, "I really have only been playing quarterback for 6 or 7 years. It's not like I've been playing for a very long time at the position. So I'm going to do whatever I can to try and get better and better at the fundamentals." Michael Vick, how much better can Patrick Mahomes really get?
Well, I think Patrick can get a lot better. What I feel like he learned in that playoff run was that if he uses mobility, because he can, that he can be a game changer. And in that Tennessee Titans game, he ran for more first downs than he probably did all season. So if you look back at, what he accomplished last year, I think he can feel like he can build on what he did as far as improvising. That was the biggest reason I felt like they went all the way and won it all. So, if he can strengthen that part of his game, then sky's the limit. And every quarterback, every year, always look at himself and say, what can I do to get better? I know I always tried to work on accuracy each and every year as I evaluated my game. And I look back, I said, okay, I was inaccurate for the first half of the season. I got better in the second half. That hasn't changed. So if you're not looking for something that you can get better at, then you're not striving to be the best that you can be at the respective position. And, for a guy who just went all the way to say there's room for improvement, it's pretty scary for the rest of the National Football League.
Yeah. Well, Michael, you referenced Mahomes' running ability in that Titans game. It's a bad job by me. I should have had our producers have the video. But I would argue that touchdown run he had right at the end of the first half against the Titans, when he scampered the sideline, took the hit, ends up giving the Chiefs the lead going into halftime. I think that's the most iconic quarterback run since your touchdown run against the Vikings in overtime. Was it the Vikings? I think it was the Vikings. Two guys ran into each other and you end up going into the end zone. It is when people say, can Patrick Mahomes get better? I think it's really interesting that you focus on what he can do with his legs. Because as far as throwing numbers and eye test, through the first 35 games of his career, he's off to the greatest start we've ever seen from any player. His touchdown interception ratio, passer rating, all of it. You just watch him and you say, okay, his arm talent is already a 99 out of 100. His accuracy is a 96 out of 100. His power is a 98 out of 100. So how much room for growth is there? But Mike's absolutely right. We never really saw him fully use his legs the way he did in the playoff run up to that point in his career. And as long as his arm stays the same, if you all of a sudden have to, instead of dead rush the passer, quarterback contain the passer, you're kind of drawing dead. To use a cross-sport analogy, it's the question people ask, what if Giannis develops a three? Well, the answer is then everyone's drawing dead. If Giannis, there's no way to guard it, right? So we've talked about this before, Mike, the best version of you, I always said, was the full year in Philly when you had both the legs and the arms were kind of fully functional, so to speak. And what you saw was there is no great defense for that style of quarterbacking, right?
No, that's correct. It's just an advantage for Patrick Mahomes. And like I said, when I look back at what he's done, like you said, he's been on point in the passing game since he first stepped on the field. Now his ability to move the pocket, play outside of the pocket is going to get better and improve, and that just makes for a much more scarier Patrick Mahomes.
I know you guys are talking about pragmatic ways Mahomes can get better, and Andy Reid can make Mahomes better. But can we show the most interesting video of Patrick Mahomes that has come out this year? And it's not the one with him chugging a bunch of beers, Nick, that will lead you to the Super Bowl hangover and upset your dynasty. It's this behind-the-back pass, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Mike, do you think this is a gimmick, or do you see this actually working in a game?
If somebody can pull it off, it's Patrick. I've never seen a quarterback throw an accurate pass behind his back. I mean, a swing route, with a guy on the move, that's, unbelievable and so hard to do. But if it's one guy who can pull it off, it's Patrick Mahomes. We already seen him throw it with his left hand, so who knows what he can pull off.
Download the all-new Fox Sports app now.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.